Hello, everyone, and we've made it to Friday. It is September the 26th, 2025. Welcome back to the evening update. Hopefully, you are all doing well enough because we did survive yet another week, folks. It's been a weird week in the United States and around the world. I feel like we're slipping further and further away from authoritarianism and closer to totalitarianism. And I'm not even just talking about here in the United States. I'm talking about in general. And if you haven't watched it, y'all need to go check out what about autists? Oh God, now it's gonna bother me. What about? It's like an alternate history YouTube channel, guys. Definitely check it out. What if autist? Thank you. What if autist? Check out his channel for sure. Has some very good breakdowns about the modern woke left and how wokeness is the most totalitarian ideology that has probably ever existed. It is an interesting thing to watch. So check that out as well. But guys, we're going to pull up the profile. Of course. Now it broke. That's fun. I updated. Hang on a sec. Let's try to do this live. I updated OBS, and now, for whatever reason, none of these things want to work. Because now, Stream Deck is not talking to OBS. That's perfect. Let's see. Reaction, not that one. Is it this one? It is not. Okay. We're doing this live. There we go. Article view. Perfect. We can still do this manually. We did it. So check out the profile. Profile has the link to my website. You can check out the website for the various ways to support me and my different media channels. You can also find the link to my company on there if you need help with divorce and or custody battle things. I have a little bit of expertise in that. It turns out twice divorced. Won my custody battles. Full custody of my children, who are wonderful, wonderful children. You may have heard them on the space. I do not show them on the internet, so nice try. Not going to happen. You can check out the streaming or live schedule down here, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with the evening update, 7:30 p.m. You got Topic Exchange Tuesday nights at 8:45 p.m., and then Saturday for the weekly update, where we do our consolidated 1 week, 2-hour show before the conversation with Japan. We do not. Nope, we don't do that, bud. So check it out. And we're going to get into our first story. First section is immigration, guys. In a wonderful turn of events, we have U.S. and Mexican authorities have just arrested a baby trafficking ringleader, La Diabla, or the female devil. She ran a network to lure pregnant women to remote locations, perform C-sections, harvest the organs of the mother's bodies, and sell the babies to couples in the U.S. Like, holy shit, that is evil. Like, wow. But they caught her. So U.S. and Mexican authorities have now arrested La Diabla. So, good job, everyone. We took one crazy criminal off the streets. We have a Libs of TikTok holy-ish moment here. 3 men were arrested in Texas. Oh, thank you for the reminder, Shell. There is a Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Bible space with Shell and Christina. Very good reminder. Thank you. Yes, repost the live as well. Happy Friday, fam. 3 men have been arrested in Texas after they reportedly shot a youth baseball coach who was saying a prayer on the field with his team. The coach is currently recovering, and the suspects are Mahmoud, Ahmad, and Mustafa. So, more violence perpetrated against Christians in our own country, no less. You have an illegal here from Cuba, Mr. Debis Cordoso Rodriguez, I think is how you pronounce that, was just arrested for the 38th time. How? Like, how does somebody get arrested 38 times? Get over here. Separate. Color. Come on. There you go. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, guys, 38 times. Can you tell me how this guy is not in prison for a longer period of time? Like, how does, let's just say you or me, like an average citizen of the United States, how would one go about getting arrested 38 times? Like, and still be out on the streets? Like, I don't think it's possible. But these DEI law enforcement policies, this restorative justice, this attempt to reduce the number of minorities in prisons, is just releasing these a-holes back onto the street. It says, why in the hell is he not in prison? And why is he even still in our country? Alt Karen has a very valid point. Soros prosecutors. And we'll get to that here in a minute. But here's a nice little bit of street justice. Not that I'm encouraging street justice or vigilantism, but we can watch this and you'd let me know what you think. The title at the top says, a Pakistani origin migrant named Muhammad tried to inappropriately touch a woman on the street, but an alert man stepped in and delivered a slap of the century, teaching him a lesson. Salute to this brave gentleman for defending the woman's honor. I'm guessing with honor written the way it is that this is probably overseas, probably in the UK, but let's watch it real quick. A little bit of a touch, a little pat, a little good game, right? Innocent? No, absolutely not. Boy's like, what happened? Did that just happen? It's like, yeah, that guy. Holy buckets. Check that again. Look at that open hand, side of the head. The sound effect is so good. And he's like, there we go. We need more people to stand up against this kind of crap. Just saying. Eric Doherty is reporting, holy crap, ICE just arrested the superintendent of Des Moines, Iowa schools, Ian Andre Roberts. You might think, oh, that's weird. Why would they arrest the superintendent for the schools? Like, what? Why would ICE, Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, be arresting a fine, upstanding citizen that is the superintendent of a school system in Iowa, no less? And then it's like, oh, wait, because he's an illegal alien from Guyana who had had a deportation order since May of 2024, so over a year. How on earth did he become superintendent of a school district? Well, Roberts reportedly fled agents and was found with a loaded gun and a knife. This is the largest school district in Iowa. Like, how? How does an illegal with a deportation order active become a highly paid school superintendent in a state like Iowa? Like that, it's madness, guys. Absolute madness. I don't think we have any. I know I saw an update. And if somebody wants to send me a link to it, somebody had posted the timeline of him and the fact that he was arrested and then he was deported or supposed to be deported. Then he got hired as a superintendent and he was making like almost $300,000 a year or some crap like that, $200,000 a year as an illegal criminal alien with a deportation order, head of the public school system, largest county in Iowa. DEI is dangerous. It absolutely is. Sithmaster Dad with the FAFO award. That was for the slap heard round the world. Absolutely. But yes, DEI is very dangerous, guys. And then you look at this fine, upstanding white man. Just think white crime is allegedly really low, but the actual number is even lower. Because Mr. Karkaris Jaldin Andres Hernan from Fairfax, Virginia, is a white male, if you'd believe it. I think this is when you're filling out the demographics and you say Caucasian, but then you go to non-Hispanic, maybe. But this is the Caucasian Hispanic. I don't know, guys. But there's no effing way that this guy should be counted in the crime stats as white. Sith Master saying lag. Yeah. Guys, you got to remember the stream round time. Thankfully, my bitrate is stable today, but my stream has to go from here to Restream, from Restream to X, YouTube, and Rumble, and then from them down to you. So there's a pretty big delay, guys. It's probably, I don't know. You guys tell me when you see this. I will tell you that in just a few seconds, it will be exactly 7:41, and I have seconds on my phone, so just saying. 7:41, guys. You let me know when you get this. Just post it. I'll let you know how long the delay is. But yeah, white defendant, guys. Here you have the U.S. Attorney's office stating that he was living with a local family, believed they were helping a homeless teen. Turns out, don't see any Caucasians there. Yeah, me neither. Turns out, 24-year-old illegal alien, not a homeless teen, not even close. Labrador Sierra submitted false birth dates on applications for temporary protective status and employment authorization documents in 2024 and 2025. 6:41. Okay, so that was a 40-second delay, guys. 40 seconds. I'll have to keep that in mind. I don't think we're going to be doing a lot of immediate interaction with a 40-second delay. Holy cow. Also, false information, purchased a Taurus G3C 9mm semi-automatic pistol, which he was not legally allowed to possess due to his immigration status. He could face up to 30 years in prison for his crimes. His true age was found out when the mother of his child turned him into ice. Oof. It's cold out there, guys. Don't piss off them ladies. They will turn your ass into ice. They don't want to break up with you, but they're like, you know what? It's going to be real awkward when I break up with them, and I don't really want to upset them, so I'm just going to call ice. And that's rough. Yep, rioters at the Broadview ICE facility near Chicago are now being tackled and arrested by ICE. Sweet, sweet justice. Lock them up. No bond. Let's go.
Look at that. What are you fucking doing? Why are you pointing your fucking weapon right at people, you fucking toad? What are you doing?
Bear spray. Get him. Also, do these people forget they just got declared terrorists?
He's trying to deliver aid.
Well, that's one down. Do we got any others? Any others that want to FAFO? Let's scrub through this real quick. Any others?
Ready for the firing squad. Maybe we can get you tried in Iowa. How about that? All those crimes y'all gonna commit?
No more gas masks. Unmasking people, guys. Where did the guy in the white shirt come from anyway? Maybe I missed it. I must have missed it. They must have grabbed him right before the clip started. But yeah, guys, love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Doing this without my stream deck sucks, by the way. Mass rioters are blocking and attacking ICE agents' vehicles, trying to leave the same facility. It's ironic to me that a person on the street who's obviously not at work is yelling at the ICE people to get a real job. They have a law enforcement job. Now, the person who's there protesting may actually be there because of their job. A lot of people are getting paid to protest, allegedly. But also a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are just being useful idiots. So they're trying to damage a federal vehicle here, but they posted this. Oh, this ICE agent is trying to run over people. And it's like, no, you idiots are just interfering with law enforcement and standing in the roadway, trying to obstruct the law enforcement vehicle from going anywhere.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
You can believe all you want, clowns. Doesn't mean it's true.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Fuck this pig. Fuck this pig. Fuck this pig.
Yeah, they're real nice. You know, real nice folks. They're just going to follow him the whole way out, it looks like. And you can see the amount of cameras that they have at these things. There's obviously Antifa press present. They're obviously, and this video is obviously posted by one of them, right? They're trying to make it seem like they're the victims, like they're the ones under attack, which to me is hilarious. Break out the paddy wagons. Yeah, 100%. Like that really is the only answer at this point. I don't know what else. I don't know what else you do. Oh, well, I guess when you're trying to move it, there we go. Ha. Yeah, guys, I don't know what else to call it. These guys are just being criminals. They're getting in the way. They're interfering with law enforcement. Antifa's already been declared a terrorist organization, so I don't know what they're trying to do, but now they're yelling to shoot ICE. Does that sound smart to you?
Arrest guys! Arrest guys! Arrest guys! Arrest ICE! Shoot ICE! Shoot ICE! Shoot the fuckers! Shoot the fuckers!
Like, Blaze now apparently has a camera on the ground, so this is not the progressive people. But guys, shoot ICE is what they're chanting. They're already declared terrorists. Like, is it really that smart? Like, y'all are straight retarded. Like, that's it. You guys are... like, I just don't know, guys. Lock them all up. Round them up. Sort it out later. But this interference with ICE, it's obviously coordinated. It's unnecessary. It's ridiculous. You got a migrant here. We're moving on from immigration, straight immigration, to the UK. The UK is having some real issues right now, folks. And you can see here a migrant and crew today was sexually assaulting young girls in broad daylight.
Fuck off. Politely fuck off. What the for?
So groping, grabbing, assaulting women on the street. As people say, you know, oh yeah, we should not have to live like this. West Palestine. Oof, that's a good one. The video that we watched earlier. Migrant hotel and crew. I mean, has an indoor swimming pool and a tennis court. Yeah, just nasty people. Meanwhile, in places like Vietnam, people that are opposing digital identification and digital tyranny are having their bank accounts erased. They're not just being canceled, they're being debanked and having their accounts erased. Escalated quickly. Coming to Great Britain near you, Vietnam erases 86 million bank accounts of non-compliant citizens who refuse digital ID. And you're like, oh, that's only happening in Southeast Asia. That would never happen in the West. Never. But then you got to ask yourself, why is the UK's Prime Minister Keir Starmer announcing mandatory digital ID for the right to work in the UK? So it starts off, oh, don't worry, guys. It's just to prove that you have the right to work. We're going to force everybody to have digital ID. And then what happens when you say no? Well, Vietnam just showed us what happens when you say no to mandatory digital ID. But let's see what Mr. Starmer has to say.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
Does that sound the same? That sounds very similar. There was one in Germany where the animal is saying it's his right because he has needs. Yes. Yes. I saw that as well. Now, we're seeing a lot of this, right? Where we are being told that we have to accommodate people's cultures. And yet the people that are coming to the West are not expected to accommodate or adapt or accept the existing culture in the country. Instead, the citizenry is being asked to compromise its own safety to accommodate somebody who has no business being there in the first place. It's disgusting.
It's as simple as that. Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues.
Because nobody would dare argue, right? If you're a decent, fair-minded person, you would never argue with this position. It's so obvious and so common sense. What did you do to yourself there, bud? I don't know. It looks like you scratched yourself. You okay? Okay, well, why don't you go get a Kleenex and blow your nose? Hey, come here. And you're not supposed to be climbing on the chairs anyway. You're supposed to be coloring. Okay. Can you do that, please? Go blow your nose. Thank you. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Go find him. Okay, this is taught behavior. It's inconsistent with Western values. Yes, it is. That's why it doesn't belong here. But remember, it's common sense, guys. Everybody should be on board with a digital ID. What could possibly go wrong?
That they see around them.
What? Okay. Well, then go find a tissue box then. Anyways, please repost the live. Get those numbers up. That's right. Pump them up, please. It took 15 years to implement Real ID. I doubt we will see digital ID anytime soon. So you say that, but then you got to remember, a totalitarian government, which is what the woke left is trying to take over the totality of your life. They will implement it whether you like it or not, and they will say it is mandatory now. Just saying.
And of course, the truth is, we won't solve our problems if we don't also take on the root causes, looking upstream to tackle poverty, conflict. And that is why today.
So guys, just common sense, guys. Everybody should be on board with our digital ID. Except they're not. And you can see here that over 1 million people have already signed the petition to not introduce digital ID cards in the UK. Already, over 1 million. So people are starting to stand up and say no. Hopefully they keep saying no. Buddy, you come here. Where's the rest of it? Bring me the box. Go. But yeah, people are starting to wake up. People are starting to stand up. But guys, it might be too late for the UK at this point. I don't know. We can pray for them. We can hope that they can resist. But right now, Benny Johnson, we're going to shift over to government. Calling on the Trump admin to declare a national emergency over left-wing violence.
Terrifies me the most is that I genuinely thought this Charlie Kirk assassination would be a wake-up call. That the system would be shocked so hard by such a dramatic escalation that your default libs would say, hey, guys, hold on there a minute. And while I will say there are many that I do know that have reached out to me, and this has made them realize what terrifies me the most is when I went on my Facebook, which I don't really use anymore, but I've got a lot of friends going back decades. They're all saying Charlie deserved it. And when I messaged them saying, first and foremost, we need to bring the temperature down. Like, guys, come on. No one deserves this. We're not going that direction. They ignore me. People, I'm not even kidding. People that I've known for decades, for years, are posting videos saying that Charlie deserved it because he was a bigot. And I cannot believe the people I have seen who are, I'm talking about people who are not in politics. I'm talking about people who just live in the city and are default run-of-the-mill libs, but they really don't pay attention. And they're posting and reposting videos saying that Charlie deserved it, or they are lying about what Charlie said to justify this.
And that's something that I noticed a lot of, guys. A lot of the people that are saying he deserved it, or various iterations thereof, are just parroting that he was a racist or a bigot or some other nonsense. But none of them are posting video clips to show where he said the thing. And the only ones they are posting are things that are taken out of context, like when Charlie was calling out to Cenk Uygur, and they just clip it so it sounds like he's calling somebody a chink, which is an offensive term for an Asian. Hey, get down now. We don't climb on the furniture, buddy. You're going to hurt yourself. Please stop. You understand? Now, get your stuff and sit over here. Nope, nope, nope. Hey, bring me that chair. Yep. Good. Now go get your stuff and you're going to sit here. Please stop climbing on the furniture. That crazy boy. It shows the power of propaganda. Yes, thanks, Obama. Of course, yes, absolutely. David Blacklet, Newsmax. Charlie Kirk poll. Okay, well, that's... I'll check it out here in just a sec. Actually, let me check out that article, the link real quick, see what it says. Rasmussen, 54% call Kirk's killing understandable. That's crazy. Let's see. Can I get that pulled up? Yeah. Rasmussen poll, 54% of liberals. Again, this is not really liberals. This is progressives, right? Not classical liberals, but progressives call Kirk's killing understandable. That's crazy. Half of liberals and 40% of registered Democrats believe that the assassination of Charlie Kirk was understandable. Believe that the leader trafficked in hateful rhetoric, and therefore his murder was understandable. Guys, words are not violence, but they want you to think they are, right? They're justifying their actions by trying to say that he was a bad person. But guys, saying things that you don't like is not justification for murder. Like, that's an absolutely insane position to take. As Shell says, that is absolutely insane.
Yes.
That has me terrified because like you mentioned, you can't share a country with these people. Then I don't know where we go.
Well, now's the time for Tim Pool to do the meme and say Civil War. That's the time.
Well, you know, it's
Can we
been
hit the button?
everyone else saying it but me.
Yep, the Civil War meme, guys. I mean, where do we go from here? How do you get along with the people that are that vile, that are that evil? Because remember, folks, we went over this a bunch right after he was killed, but evil destroys. Evil harms the innocent, whereas good is creationary. It creates. It protects the innocent. It protects life. So, guys, stop trying to make deals with and stop trying to compromise with evil people. We just can't. Shell says, makes me so angry. Kara says, maddening. Yes, it absolutely is, folks. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, if you want to be an Air Force EOD tech, you must meet the same standards regardless of age or sex. Excellent doesn't care who you are. It demands results. Our standards will be high and unwavering. Guys, EOD has standards. They're not going to change them so that anybody can be a member. No. That's like the SEALs. Any of those people need to draw the line and say, if you want to be one of the elite combat warriors, you have to meet the same standards no matter what. I fully support this. It's amazing. No more DEI. No more quotas or other nonsense. Like, that's absolutely how a military fighting force should be. Supreme Court win for Trump. SCOTUS 6-3 rules that Trump can use can cut $4 billion in foreign aid via a pocket rescission. Now, this decision about the rescission is actually pretty amazing, because that means he is now empowered to utilize the pocket rescission more freely. I'm sure that the court system will be used to challenge every instance of it, but now that there is precedent set by the Supreme Court, guys, much easier to get it through the next time. So I really hope Doge and those are paying attention, and I'm sure they are. But guys, this is an amazing decision by SCOTUS. We should be happy with this. House Republicans, Mike Johnson, I just feel dirty using a post from him, but Republicans have done their job to vote to keep the government open. Now, I'm not thrilled about that. I don't like that they're trying to keep the government open. I hope the government shuts down for many reasons. I think the government, when it's open, does far more damage to the American people than when it's closed. So just let it close. I'm okay with that, especially if it's because the Democrats want to spend additional $4 trillion on things like Medicaid for illegals and transgender surgeries. So, yeah, I'm not okay with any of those. I think you should shut down the government and not spend $1. Do not compromise $1 with these Democrats. Absolutely not. Make no mistakes, if the Democrats vote no, they are to blame for the shutdown. So today, back and forth, both sides have been pointing the finger at the other. Honestly, I don't even give a shit whose fault it is if they shut down. I just hope they shut down. Free America from Democrat corruption. Yeah, that would be nice. But why might I want that? Well, maybe this is why. Here's a post from Eric Doherty that the White House is planning mass layoffs if the government does indeed shut down, using the opportunity of a funding lapse to remove more federal employees. Yeah. If they shut the government down, Trump fires a bunch of bureaucrats. If they keep it open, they have to cave to Trump. I love this position. I think this is an amazing position to be in. I hope we don't capitulate. I hope that we don't give in, because every other time in my recent memory where the GOP had to take a stand, they folded like a lawn chair and gave up. So, Speaker Johnson, I have no confidence in you already, but do the right thing. Let them shut down the government and let this happen. Please. I think it'll be amazing. Guys, check out the profile again. Follow the link to my website up here, patriotdad.org. Also, check out our schedule: Monday, Wednesday, Friday evening updates, topic exchange Tuesday night, Saturday night weekly update, and Sunday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern, Bible Space with Shell and Christina. Check it out. And after this show, we are going to be doing a short 30-minute space for the after hours evening update show. So log in to X after this, and we will be doing a space where you can just chat with me. You can call up. We'll bring up speakers. We'll hang out. We'll chit chat. Give you a good 30 minutes. Libs of TikTok, we are getting into law enforcement here, guys. Outspoken Boston Democrat, so another progressive city, guys. Outspoken Boston Democrat Javon Tooley, who has a long criminal history and founded an organization to help criminals turn over a new leaf, like he claimed that he did, was just arrested for drug trafficking. Yeah, you hate to see it, guys, but it's so predictable. Mayor Wu, Boston's not looking too good. Just saying. We have a guy who's just grifting, saying, look at me, I turned myself around. Look at my organization for people that turn themselves around. Drug trafficker. Oh, the Democrats. President Trump announced he will sign an executive order to dismantle the left-wing Democrat terrorist network following today's ICE facility shooting. You can see here. Actually, let me just shrink it back down. I have been briefed on a deadly shooting at the ICE facility in Dallas, Texas. It has now been revealed the deranged shooter wrote anti-ICE on the shell casings. Despicable that brave men and women of ICE are just trying to do their jobs and removed the worst of the worst criminals of our country. They are facing unprecedented increases in violence and attacks by deranged radical leftists. The violence is a result of radical left Democrats constantly demonizing law enforcement, calling for ICE to be demolished, and comparing ICE officers to Nazis. The continued violence from the radical left terrorists in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's assassination must be stopped. ICE officers and the brave members of law enforcement are under grave threat. We have already declared Antifa a terrorist organization, and I will be signing an executive order this week to dismantle these terrorist networks. I am calling on Democrats to stop the rhetoric against ICE and America's law enforcement right now. Trump admin is fully committed to backing law enforcement, strong borders, securing the homeland, deporting illegal aliens or violent illegal criminals, and fully rooting out left-wing domestic terrorism that's terrorizing our country. Thank you for your attention to this matter. What is the corruption rate with these types? Probably high. Just saying. The grift is strong, guys. Like the appeal of saying like, oh yeah, look at me, I've done the thing. And then they go to get a bunch of public funding from these progressive cities. It's so rampant. So rampant. Nick Sartor, watch. This is the lie that James Comey told Congress September 30th of 2020 and is likely the reason that he was indicted today. This was posted on the 25th, yesterday. James Comey was indicted, folks. Love to see it.
Responded under oath, quote, never. He then asked you, quote, have you ever authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports about the Trump investigation or the Clinton administration? You responded again under oath, no. Now, as you know, Mr. McCabe, who works for you, has publicly and repeatedly stated that he leaked information to the Wall Street Journal. Who's telling the truth?
Who?
I can only speak to my testimony. I stand by what the testimony you summarized that I gave. I'm not going to characterize Andy's testimony, but mine is the same today.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. You stand by your testimony, sir, do you? Well, standing by that testimony is what got you where you are now, which is under indictment. So, good to see some, at least, glimmer of accountability. We'll see if it actually goes anywhere. Robbie Starbuck, I'm watching MSNBC right now, and they are losing their minds over Comey getting indicted. The rhetoric on this network is a pipeline of pure lunacy. Watch for 5 minutes, and you'll understand why the left is so unhinged. James Comey, small lies matter, even about yearbooks. From the standard jury instructions, if a witness is shown knowing to have testified falsely about any material matter, you have the right to distrust such a witness over testimony, and you may reject all testimony of that witness. Interesting. Interesting. I would agree. This as well, it used to be a crime to lie to Congress. It did. In fact, we've seen people on the right go to jail for it, or prison, but nobody from the left. Hopefully that changes. Biden administration repeatedly indicts Trump. Crickets. In fact, I think I have a... Nope. Oh, there it is. Crickets. Trump admin indicts Comey. Suddenly he's prosecuting his political enemies. Fake news, CNN. Did I get it? Oh, there's like one little fruit fly flying around. I'm trying to get him. Anyways, fake news CNN is complete left-wing propaganda bullshit. Donald Trump indicted on 7 counts in classified document probe. Former President Donald Trump's third indictment annotated. Donald Trump has been indicted in special counsel's 2020 election interference probe. Former FBI Director Comey indicted. Trump's effort to prosecute his political enemies highlighted down there. Okay, let her sleep. Go color. Then do it some more. Sure. Yeah, guys, the double standard is crazy. As I've stated many, many times on this account, if it wasn't for double standards, the progressive left would have no standards at all. The only standards they know are double standards. Letitia James is expected to be indicted alongside James Comey in the coming days. Same. Oh, let's go.
Same office is expected to charge Tish James, the New York Attorney General, with mortgage fraud. And of course, Donald Trump, we all saw it posted on Truth Social in recent days, exhorting his Attorney General to charge both of those people as soon as possible. But again, you know,
maybe that's because they've both committed crimes. Maybe. You also got to remember, it's funny because Letitia James went after President Trump for the exact same crime while she was doing it herself.
this is grand juries are secret. This is a fluid situation. It's also important to know, though, that the U.S. attorney, the Trump-appointed U.S. attorney in this office, Eric Siebert, was essentially forced out last week, in part because he was refusing to bring these cases. We're told.
Well, he was refusing to comply with the orders of the executive branch. And he was refusing to enforce the law. Weird that he would get pushed out. Why would a U.S. attorney get pushed out for not enforcing the law? That's crazy. Or it makes sense.
Told that he was opposed to both to prosecuting both James and Comey on these grounds.
What about Fanny? That's a good point, Karen. What about Fanny? I hope she's next. We also have here Soros-backed. This was what we were talking about. Soros DAs, Karen. Soros-backed Florida State Attorney Monique Worrell says it is not a crime to masturbate in front of kids at the park. She also dropped charges against a man caught possessing and sharing child pornography. You can, just leave that there. But
all things that are wrong are not illegal.
I mean, that is a true statement.
And I'm not standing before you today telling you that what happened in that park was wrong.
You're not standing here telling me that what happened in the park is wrong. I question your decision-making abilities.
But I am standing before you today telling you that I trust the word of the attorney who was assigned to this case when he said, although those actions were wrong, he could not prove beyond a reasonable doubt that they were illegal.
Possession of child pornography and indecent exposure and lewd and lascivious acts. You can't prove that that's illegal. That attorney should have his license revoked. That's crazy. I don't even know how to answer that. Absolutely wild, guys. Maybe he's a migrant. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we just don't understand his culture. We're going to get into the violence section because we haven't apparently started that one yet. North Carolina State Rep Marcia. Again, North Carolina, guys. North Carolina is a hotbed of just disaster. It's claiming there is no correlation between the brutal murder of Irina Zarutska and the fact that her killer was let out of jail. No correlation, guys.
But don't correlate what happened in January and a magistrate who set a bail according to guidelines to what happened in August. There is no correlation.
But what about causation? No correlation, you say, but what about causation? I have a question, Marcia. Root cause. Would Irina Zarutska be able to be murdered if he was still in prison or jail? If the perpetrator had not been released in January and was still in jail, could that perpetrator have murdered Irina? If the answer is no, then they are definitely linked. Like, I don't care what you say. That's stupidity, and it's just craziness. Where is everyone? It's lonely in the chat. Karen. Yes, it is just us. Yeah, Shell and Karen are holding it down, folks. Make sure we post out the live, everyone. I know it's Friday, but what are you guys doing? Socializing? Come on, we have news to talk about. We got to make him famous. North Carolina's governor is refusing to sign Irina's law. I'm not going to play this full video because it's CNN garbage. But we need to make him famous. Like I said, what a POS. North Carolina. Is everything going on? Is everything going okay down there? What a Richard cranium. I get it, David Blackett, because that's a dickhead. I get it. That's funny. But we're going to get into Aaron Walker, a man with 17 prior arrests. So we had 14 arrests and releases caused the death of Irina Zarutska. This person has been arrested 17 times and arrested again for shoving a police officer onto a subway track. This person tried to murder a Manhattan police officer, was previously arrested for charges including assault, harassment, petty, not probably petite, maybe in New York, they're stupid enough where there's a crime called petite larceny. But petty larceny, burglary, and possession of stolen property, this is what you get when Democrat-run cities are soft on crime. Says the weather is beautiful. But North Carolina, sure. But Marla, what about those eating Tylenol? Don't worry, Marla. We have a section on Tylenol coming up. You just hold your horses. Dearborn resident, Michigan, guys. You just can't let a week go by without having a story in Dearborn. So good job, guys. 34 months in federal prison for threatening Jewish preschoolers outside a synagogue and attempting to illegally purchase a firearm. Directed anti-Semitic slurs. Sure, he was being a vile person towards children outside of a preschool, but then he visited a gun shop, handled a shotgun, a rifle, and a pistol, claiming he would use them for God's wrath. As a convicted felon, he lied on his background check. Again, this probably should go to the Supreme Court, guys. The ATF form you have to fill out when buying a firearm requires you to self-incriminate. Not a big fan. Just saying. He was ultimately denied purchase after a background check. During his arraignment, he cursed the judge, calling her a Zionist bitch. Yikes. It might be a little much. Marla, you needed that meme on Wednesday. Hey, you can always submit more memes today. Send me a Tylenol meme, guys. There were a ton of them, and they were hilarious. Authorities in Kansas City have not yet charged the teen. We covered this story on Wednesday, who brutally beat a stadium worker at a Young Boy concert at T-Mobile Center. Thomas Schlang, 66, asked the teenage boy to move to the correct seat, and the boy was later released to his parents. Can't chat doing chores, Beckett. That's a strange adult-like excuse. I think I'll allow it. I don't know if I like the adulting on a Friday night, but that's fine. The FBI Director Kash Patel revealed that the Dallas ICE suspect is a copycat criminal, conducted multiple searches of ballistics and Charlie Kirk shot video between 9/23/24. Violence from the left is out of control. Perp downloaded a document called Dallas County Office of Homeland Security Emergency Management containing a list of facilities, conducted multiple searches of ballistics and Charlie Kirk shot video between 8/19 and 8/24, searched apps that track the presence of ICE agents. One of the handwritten notes recovered read, "Hopefully this will give ICE agents real terror to think, is there a sniper with AP rounds on that roof?" Further accumulated evidence to point to this indicates a high degree of pre-attack planning. Petite larceny sounds like a French mime cat burglar cabal. Yes, it kind of does, Jeremy. And I'm kind of okay with it. Hello, Dr. Gold. Welcome to the chat, sir. It's good to see you as always. Appreciate you. Beckett laughing. Yes, but Kash Patel calling out that this was a copycat after the Charlie Kirk assassination. This person just wanted to put the fear of God in ICE agents. Probably went around it the wrong way. But last in the violence category, F chat ban. If the FBI is asking, I've been in this live stream the whole time with you guys. Okay, I'll allow it. Chat ban. He's been here the whole time, guys. Shell, good to see you all. Yes, Jeremy, I don't usually sit in chat because I can't control my urge to make smart-ass comments. Jeremy, you're in the X chat. It's okay. Make smart-ass comments. I'll read them anyway, so the people on YouTube and Rumble can enjoy them. You do it. Jennifer Strayhead, hi Titan. Hey Jen, how's it going? Artemisia, LOL. Yes, chat ban is the French cat burglar. Maybe. Full circle. Correct, Jeremy. But look, we're back to more violence. Last story on violence. I'm sick of this little bitch. Daycare worker admits to killing an 8-month-old girl by suffocating her with a blanket after complaining that she wouldn't sleep. as a CCTV shows dying child thrashing legs to escape. Guys, that white lady just should not have choked out that white kid. I'm just saying, like, all that white crime, white on white crime. Just, we need to stop it. Hi, Jed. Unleash Jeremy. That's right. What's up, Karen? Chapman, I can't stop drawing shovels. Jeremy, I get it. Yes, the shovels, guys. It's a very nice shovel, although I've seen bigger. Just saying. It's a decent size, but I've seen bigger shovels. We get into election posts. Take my energy pad. Yes. Yes. We're gonna do it. We got it, Chapman. We do it. Yeah. Every time I say Chapman or my boy sees your little icon, all I hear is, come here. You have to stay here though. Just stay here. Say it.
Chapman.
Chapman. Thank you. You're great. Love you. He says Chapman every time he sees it. You have a big fan in this little 4.5-year-old. Insane, guys. This is getting into elections. Male student, Fairfax County, Virginia, used a girls' locker room and watched girls change. When girls complained, they were told to change faster because that's a good solution. I put this in elections because it says right there, you can see Spamberger for Virginia. This is this is the Democrat running for Virginia governor. Change faster, women. That's the answer you're getting when men are encroaching in your spaces and in your locker rooms. If you don't like men looking at you in your own locker room, change faster. That is Spamberger for Virginia governor, everyone. Pretty gross. It's almost like she might be a he also. Maybe. Allegedly. Who knows? I'm speculating here, guys. It's probably not true. Libs of TikTok Senator Richard Blumenthal just said the quiet part out loud. If Democrats regain control of the White House, they're going to target conservatives with politically motivated lawfare. Like they haven't done that already? Like how many times did they try and indict Trump and for how many felonies? Come on. Spamberger cannot win. I hope not. We can't let her win. That's for damn sure. I'm definitely voting. Chapman shovel is my new measurement standard. I guess your shovel is pretty decently sized, sir. Good job. Go dig a hole. But he is so cute. That's true. How many Chapman shovels is that? How many Chapman shovels is what? Are we using Chapman shovels as a unit of measurement now? Okay. Oh, my boy just said yes, so I guess we are. Kids are the best people. I agree, Jeremy. But yeah.
The old saying, what comes around goes around. Mm-hmm. You know, today it's a Republican president, but degrading the democracy and ruining, literally perverting the great ethos and tradition of the Department of Justice, where...
I'm sorry. You guys weaponized the Department of Justice years ago. Like, the fact that they're trying to take the moral high ground when they have already done this is insane to me. Kids are the best people. Yes, 100%. Jeremy and Chapman both agree. Dr. Gold says, I think it's also weird when I see women going into the men's locker room. Does that actually happen? Every time we see these transgender stories, it's like 99% one direction, especially when you see people fighting to get into locker rooms. It's like 99% dudes wanting to see chick tits. Like that's like 99% of it. But that would be super weird. Dr. Gold, like super weird to see a girl going into the men's locker room. Like yeah, that would be super weird. But just the fact that they're trying to take the moral high ground here, guys, is laughable. It's stupid. It's silly. Like I don't get it. Can we get Chapman repost the fucking space? That's right. Repost the space. It's not a space. It's a live. Repost the live. Post out the live, everyone. Or someone's going to have to finger bang their sister's cat or something, if I remember how that goes. I don't know. It's been a while. I'm out of practice. Haven't been in a chat band space in a while. Maybe we should have another one. Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon has just sued 6 states for refusing to provide their voter rolls, including Chicago. Pfft, that's not a state. California, Michigan, Minnesota, New York, New Hampshire, and Pennsylvania. They're desperately trying to cover up the fraud, but they're going full court press. Dr. Gold says, I've seen it one time. Okay. once. Well, I mean, the fact that you've seen it all is crazy to me, but yeah, I guess it does happen. We know for a fact Antifa was there. This is talking about January 6th. I put this in the election section because we all fucking know. We all know. We all know the election was stolen. January 6th was crap. There's one tomorrow night. Be there, be square, 8:30 p.m. 8:30 now. Wait a minute. I thought conversation was supposed to take place at 9. I moved my show early so that I could get done by 9. My weekly update sometimes runs a full 2 hours, Jennifer. I'll try to be there right after, though. So remember that, guys. Tomorrow, Antifa is gay. Yeah, that's a nice way to make a chat entrance, JP. Thank you very much for that. But I guess it also corresponds to this, so I'll allow it. Known Antifa member who was paid $70,000 for his Capitol riot video. Weird. He looks not familiar at all. The FBI says they have no proof Antifa members dressed as Trump supporters and caused the Capitol riot. Though the guy looks strangely familiar. Crispy says, I'm with JP. What? Don't drop that. What are you doing? You have a dinosaur pencil? Oh, that's a nice little pencil. See if they can see it. It's a dinosaur pencil, everyone. My boy wanted you to see it. There we go. Dinosaur pencil. There you go. Don't stab yourself. They were dressed as gays. That makes sense. We'll be there, Jen. Our Muppet child is here. That's right. Crispy. And then the Blaze media. Truth finally coming out, guys. The FBI had 200. I've seen 274 and 275. I mean, it's like a minor difference. Doesn't really matter. Embedded plainclothes agents, January 6th. Guys, 275 embedded plainclothes agents. And they're trying to say that they weren't involved. They're trying to say that they had nothing to do with it. They were trying to say, and they weren't disclosing how many agents were present that day. 275 is crazy. Dinosaur pencil, let's fucking go. Almost all the OGs are here on a Friday. Love it. Yes, thank you. And everyone, please post the live. Save the village. Help us rebuild it. The villagers are still here. Just because the village burned doesn't mean we can't rebuild it stronger. We should build it this time with stone. We should stop building it with straw, chat man. It keeps burning. That's all I'm saying. Love you, peeps. Love you too, Artemisia. JP, bring back the pencil. I don't care about the glowies. Fair. Yeah, guys, we've talked to Chad. We've interviewed Chad on Topic Exchange. Like, we talk to him all the time about J6. We've talked to Brandon Strock. We've talked to some of the other folks about January 6th. I've read Derek Evans' book. I've seen him talk openly. Gardner says, we can't afford stone. Not fair. Maybe we should save up. Skip one rebuilding. Save up for, I don't know, mudded thatch. I don't know. Who knows? But guys, check it out. Profile. Go to the website. Look at the schedule. Do the thing. Post out the live. Let's go. Get into MAHA. MAHA tip of the day. Are you feeding your cells? Eggs are the natural multivitamin. Yeah, guys, eat at least 1 or 2 eggs a day. Come on, at least. I remember growing up, though, that there was this constant battle with the experts and scientists and nutritionists, the same assholes who made the food pyramid that said you're supposed to have like 6 to 10 servings of grain a day. Those guys kept trying to say that eggs were good for you, eggs were bad for you. Trust the science. No. Just eat eggs. They're good for you. Eat meat. It's good for you. Don't listen to Bill Gates. He's dumb. They're loaded with B12, choline, selenium, omega-3s, vitamin D, high-quality protein that your body craves for brain power, hormones, and immunity. Eat more eggs. Are you? I am, in fact. Hard-boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, and beef. Ben Carson, guys, one of my favorite people from Trump admin number 1, has now been brought in as the National Nutrition Advisor to make America healthy again. Do you support this? I do. I've always been a huge fan of Dr. Ben Carson. Like, when people are like, oh, you're such a racist, you're such a this, oh, like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, stop the excuses. This dude grew up to a very, very poor single mother who fought tooth and nail to make sure he kept himself out of trouble. And this guy This guy became one of the most world-renowned pediatric neurosurgeons that was involved in the separation of conjoined twins in the head. They were conjoined in the head, and this dude helped separate them. This guy knows his shit. Very successful, happily married. Him and his wife actually share an X account. It's quite interesting. Big fan of Dr. Ben Carson, guys. So I love you, Artie. What dye do you suggest? My brain feels like a scrambled egg. Victoria, that's unfortunate. Eggs make my farts stinky, which keep the wolves away. JP, that is a fantastic advertisement for eggs. Crispy says Carson's a great guy. Karen, you look at beach pictures. You just look at beach pictures from 40 to 60 years ago versus today. Yeah. Yeah. It goes from hot, like, skinny people to, like, obese beached whales. Like, obviously there's something wrong. You only share social media accounts if you cheat on your wife. Yep, the village is now a nomadic convoy. We roam like the Mongols. I know what you meant. 40s and 60s. That's fair. Holy shizzles. Internal records show Johnson & Johnson Tylenol maker had privately admitted evidence was getting heavy for the autism risk in 2018, and doctors were warning as early as 2008. Guys, here's a nice little report. Fancy paperwork. We're getting into Tylenol, folks. You asked for it. 2008, Johnson & Johnson's offer of consumer medical safety lead, Andre Mann, received a physician's letter raising concerns. He wrote internally, not much choice but to consider this a safety signal that needs to be evaluated. 2012, Leslie Schur, head of J&J's post-market drug safety monitoring, got an alert from a worried father about the risks. Colleague flagged it as urgent in case this goes to press. Oh, yes, we need to start planning if the normies talk about it. 2018, Rachel Weinstein, U.S. Director of Epidemiology for Janssen. I don't know who that is, but the weight of the evidence is starting to feel heavy to me regarding association between prenatal acetaminophen use and neurodevelopmental disorders like autism. Again, I don't think this is a sole or primary cause. But there is more and more that it is a partial cause or a contributor when in combination with other things like low levels of folate caused by Diet Coke consumption, because aspartame is known to bond with folates and strip it from your body. So if your body is low on folates because you're pregnant and you're feeling fat, so you just want to drink Diet Coke, thinking you're doing yourself a favor, lowering your levels of folates, and then you're just like, I'm in pain because I'm pregnant and my back hurts and my tits hurt and my, everything hurts. So you're just chugging Tylenol like destiny, and then things happen. Like, I'm not surprised. So you see here, you can't make this up. CNN then, 2021. So let's go back to 2016 first. Acetaminophen during pregnancy may increase risk of hyperactivity in kids. What does that sound like? ADHD? Maybe. Study links acetaminophen in pregnancy to ADHD in 2017. Weird. 2021, painkillers should be investigated for developing fetuses. Yes, maybe they should. But now, 2025, Trump links autism to acetaminophen use during pregnancy despite decades of evidence that it's safe. CNN, you can't even be taken seriously. Your own posts say that you're wrong. Every sunrise and sunset is a troll village fire. It's the circle of life. The flames bring new life. Thank you, Jeremy. Karen, the Dittman loyalty post was hilarious. Yes, it was. Jeremy, eggs, they keep the wolves away. That is the new standard. I'm okay with it. Why? So Trump posts this on Truth. Pregnant women, don't use Tylenol unless absolutely necessary. Don't give Tylenol to your own children for virtually any reason. Break up the MMR shot into 3 separate shots, not mixed. Measles, mumps, rubella, take it as 3 separate shots, spaced apart. Don't take it all at once. Take chickenpox shots separate. Take Hep B at 12 years old or older, because that is for a sexually transmitted disease. So unless your mother has it, I don't know how you're going to get it before then. Unless you were adopted by a gay couple. And importantly, take the vaccines in 5 separate medical visits. Yes. And the response to this, which seems like pretty reasonable advice, like don't just stack all your vaccines at once. Irresponsible doesn't even begin to cover it. So then G. Morgan Jr., Crowder's CEO, says, "Why, Jessica? This seems incredibly reasonable to me and millions upon millions of Americans. You are in the minority." Yeah. Does sound like a pretty good shirt, doesn't it, Jeremy? Conservative alternative, we get into culture. Here's a little video left over from Charlie Kirk about Islam in the West.
The question is macro Islam compatible with Western values? Macro. Of course it's not. There are three major reasons why. Islam does not believe in freedom of speech. Islam does not believe in freedom of religion. And Islam does not believe in separation of mosque and state. Those three things are antithetical to the West. In a Muslim majority country, most Muslim majority countries, you cannot criticize the Prophet Muhammad. In most Muslim majority countries, you do not have the same robust freedom of religion protections. And finally, whereas we in the West are very careful to try to intermix religion and state, they are commanded to actually go into the state and try to change the state to be more Islamic around the core pillars of Islam. And the last thing I'll finally say is, I cannot see a single Western country that has become more Islamic and has become a better place to live that is happier or freer.
By what metric? Just happiness, quality of life?
Everything from quality of life, from cultural cohesion, from whether people want to live there, from prior to the native-born fertility rates.
Again, people watching this will say is your criticism of the religion itself or not Muslim people? Because there are British Muslims who have been born here.
You don't have to caveat it all the time. I know you guys have to because you're British and all that.
It's like, I know the BBC makes you, right? Like, he's right, though. Like, he's completely right. It's incompatible with the West. That we're trying to even shoehorn it into the West for some stupid reason. I have no idea why. Carrot says, why was Tylenol Tampa worth in the 80s? Was someone trying to warn us? Probably. Crispy says, I ate 17 deviled eggs. I think the wolves will stay away for tonight. Yeah, I think so will everybody else. Jeremy says, chicken's the pet that poops breakfast. JP, the breakfast eater that emits the protective aura. Carrot says, on top of the cookies. But eggs on your cookies? You want to put eggs on your cookies, Crispy? That's kind of weird. I guess my son agrees with you, though. We have a story from Gardner here. Culture, everyone. Incompatible with the West. Probably because there are 650 million children. That's a lot. Have been forced into marriage under Sharia law. That's probably worldwide, and that's probably for history, but 1,917 kids a day are forced to marry grown men. Guys, this is part of why it's incompatible. That's 700,000 a year. Children forced to marry grown men. This is for the Middle East and North Africa, so primarily Muslim countries. The world is home to 650 million child brides, including currently married girls and women who were first married in childhood. Of those 40 million, equivalent to 6%, child brides are in MENA region. The highest numbers in Sudan and Yemen. Guys. Brandon Gill here points out, Sharia law is utterly barbaric and has no place in the American West. Proud to co-sponsor this legislation. Yeah. Yeah, Artemisia, that is sick. Yes. Karen, yeah. Insane. Not compatible. I agree. Micro eggs equals macro protection. I assume we mean from wolves, Jeremy. Oklahoma City Councilor Bree Montoya resigned after a post surfaced where she told a Trump supporter to kill themselves. If it hadn't gone viral with libs of TikTok picking it up, I don't think anything would have happened at all, the victim told Fox 25. So the victim themselves is crediting libs of TikTok here with spreading the word about this monster, telling them to put a gun in their mouth and pull the trigger. All because they disagree with them politically. 500,000 Christians that have now been killed in Nigeria. Yeah, guys, Christianity is under attack for real. Everyone wants to play victim, guys, but it's really Christianity, and it's really white people and Christianity that are under the most attack right now in the world, and white progressive women are allowing it. Sharia law has no place in America. Whoa, that's a lot of, yeah. Artemisia, it is a lot. Throw this in there to end culture. Nailed it. From Gigabase Dad. Men will literally choose a shy, polite, soft woman with 0 achievements over an arrogant career woman. Yes. Absolutely yes. 100%. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are, but yes. Getting into memes, guys. This was posted. President Walk of Fame by the White House. Wait for it. Let's watch it and check it out. What do you guys think? So it's a hallway of all the presidential portraits. What could possibly go wrong? So we're spanning. We got Reagan, H.W., Clinton, W, Obama, Trump. Okay, we're making pretty good progress. What do you think's coming up next, guys? What's your guess? Who's next? The auto pen. And Trump number 2. Guys, this side by side, like Trump is peak troll. I love this. I think it's hilarious. The auto pen was president in between the 2 Trump terms. Joseph Robinette Biden, everyone. The auto pen. Put one up for the auto pen. Yeah, guys, complete troll by POTUS. I laugh. I included this in memes for a reason. Tiffany Fong with this one, guys. Lots of them. Jeremy says, I didn't know my comments would be read aloud to Patriots children. Now I have to think up clever things that they will latch onto. My words can haunt them for the rest of the week. Yes, feel free, Jeremy. They enjoy them very much. Do you know what they call a cheeseburger in London? Yeah, I don't either, buddy. He's like, no. I don't know how to write that or pronounce it. I don't even know what it says. I don't really care either. I just think it's funny because it's obviously Arabic script and it's London. So that makes sense. Because London is essentially Islamic now. This one by our friend JP. I don't know why I had never considered. Ha! Got that little fucker. Yep. My boy just said, ew, that's disgusting. This one's hilarious. I never even thought about what that might be short for. But after this week, guys, yes. Absolutely yes. Make sure to post this out. Make sure to share this. Make sure to comment on this. This is hilarious. T-Pain, what is his full name? Tylenol Pain Relief. Oh, JP, I think you might have my favorite meme for the night. We'll see what we get out of Karen, but I do like this one. That one's pretty good. And the last one I've got, this one's pretty bad. Like, this one's pretty bad. Trump, don't take Tylenol. Libs. Tylenol suppositories. Why? Oh, I know, because it's the hole for the hand for the puppet. Oh, God. I was like, why does this puppet have a... Never mind. That one's pretty bad, too. And you know what? I'm all here for it. I love it. Let's get Karen's memes pulled up, everyone. Do we have any other? Oh, Crispy has a meme. We got a Crispy submission. Crispy submission incoming. The followers of big accounts waiting for content. Wait a minute. That's me. Why are you coming after me? My boy. I don't know. Yeah, that was pretty good though. I'm not as good as Wednesday. Oh, that's okay though. I'll allow it. Looks like we got some also from Gardener. Let me open these. Perfect. All right, we got some Gardner memes, everyone. Gardner memes. All right. No one is above the law. Just remember that. Yes. Just remember that when you're being indicted. Also, you can tell he's been working on his meme templates in the AI generation. So great work there, Gardner. The accessories in Japan cars are next level. Is that actually a car accessory? Like that's pretty baller. That reminds me of like the 90s. In London, it's called a burger, no ham. I see what you did there. That is a pretty lit accessory. There's that button. Children are the greatest achievement. That's why men have to work hard to match the contribution. Teamwork makes the dream work. Absolutely. Doc, why do you have a photo of Elon? No. It's called OpenAI to give everyone a sense of openness. Yep. OpenAI, everyone. She's afraid they might look into where her $73 million came from. They probably should be afraid. If we start digging into where all these people are making all their money, I think there's going to be a lot of skeletons in those closets. Where do you get all the factual but scathing information? The internet. And you see a little Elizabeth Warren dossier hanging in the background. I'm all for it. Gardner also said things haven't really changed much. Medusa froze men in their tracks. Cabling keeps men in one place for hours. For the love of God, people label your cables when you install them. So you have the Medusa and the modern day version of Medusa. I did submit a picture, how it started, how it's going after the cuss words. Yep. So, you can make some pretty good progress. I sent in the ether, I sent them back a picture of my racks cable management. It is god awful right now. So I will not be sharing that. 1.21 gigawatts of training XAI. Yes, because the NVIDIA CEO talks about how they could scale to 500,000 plus GPUs, maybe the first to hit a gigawatt. Guys, that is so incredibly large scale for an AI model training facility. Like, that's bonkers. Most AI facilities are in the tens of megawatts. Being over 1,000 megawatts is crazy. The microplastic coating will save Kermit, so yeah, maybe. Children are what make us strive for better. You are absolutely correct, Crispy. I work very hard, a lot harder than I would just for myself. That's for damn sure. Karen's got some posts in here. We will get those pulled up. Okay, that one's good. I'm actually going to share this one first because this was my favorite from Wednesday. So, guys, you might miss it sometimes, but check out this just hilarious meme from Wednesday. The transgender pregnancy test, everyone, also known as a rectal thermometer. Oh, Karen, we love you. But on to the next. We are going to pull up, oh my gosh, Audible. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's get this pulled up. Let's get this pulled up.
Since last night. And as torturous as that is, my evil brain decided maybe if we slow it down 30%.
Uh-oh.
She sounds drunk. You want me to give you a little sample?
Oh, please do, sir.
In the summer of 2020.
Oh, they took Kamala's book and slowed it down.
21, during her final trip to Washington as German Chancellor, I hosted Angela Merkel for breakfast at the Vice President's residence.
I think they were serving mimosas.
I am a stickler for being on time. I feel it's a mark of respect. Everyone's time is valuable. But sometimes schedules go sideways and I fall short.
Oh my God. Oh man, that I hadn't heard that yet, Carrot. That is hilarious, by the way. Oh my God, I've done too, Shell. That was good. That was really good. We have another one up here for Tylenol, everyone. Don't take Tylenol. Chugging Tylenol. Don't eat poop. Don't eat poop, Pete. Please don't eat poop. That's disgusting. Don't take Tylenol when you're pregnant either, please. But definitely don't eat poop. That's gross. I can see what you did there, though. Oh, yes. This is in support of what we covered a little earlier. White suspect. Maryland dad. He fell on stage. And Biden is sharp as... Sorry, the auto pen is sharp as a tack. CNN, guys. The most trusted name in news. Not propaganda at all. Not the Clinton News Network. Not the Communist News Network. Just trusted name in news. Here we got, my mom loved Tylenol. Loved it. Took it every day during pregnancy. As an electrician, I can relate to the Medusa problem, and I now fully understand why she is so scary. Yeah, guys, like I said, you know what, here, let me see. Let me see if I can find a way to show you what I sent them without. So this is just a quick view. Studio lights. This is my current cable management, guys. It's non-existent. It's atrocious. It's bad. I'm almost ashamed to show it on the internet, but you know what? That's fine. I can admit I'm not a perfect person. I need someone to come organize my cables. It sure as hell isn't going to be me. Oh, now my son offered to organize my cables. He'd probably do a better job than I did, but let's not. This one, guys, this one's spicy. If you have kids in the room, take them somewhere else for a minute, because this is what the UK is going for, guys. Europe today, everyone. Multiculturalism and being tolerant, or else you're being called a bigot. Yeah, the people in charge of Europe are essentially allowing the rape of Europe. And they're importing it on purpose. And I think it's evil and disgusting, which is part of why I'm okay showing this. We need to get zip ties from Gardner. I have zip ties. I've never said I didn't have zip ties. I'm just saying. I never said that. You got Ray Epps here, the Fed plant, go into the Capitol, guys. Come on. And then the people in the back that later got sent to jail. Yeah, that makes sense. Meanwhile, he's sitting on a pile of what looks like poop and cash. Why do you have zip ties? I work in IT. Why wouldn't I have zip ties? And they're really good for emergency personnel restraints. I'm just saying. My son's like, yeah, they are. I don't zip tie my kids, okay? Just don't worry. Anyone who disagrees with me, the racist, fascist, white supremacist, Nazi, the trans Tifa pony, guys. Whoo, choo-choo. Shell just winked. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's about the zip ties. Got this next meme. I read old books because I would rather learn from those who built civilization than from those who tore it down. That is actually a very good point. And I don't even think that's even a meme. Like, that's just a factual statement. Read old books, guys. Read books from, like, philosophers and people from, like, a long time ago. They did way better thinking back then. Jeremy says, honestly, I would rather listen to slowed down version. Her personality really shines through like, like a burned out light bulb. I actually didn't mind the slowed down version. The only thing I would dislike about it is the fact that it would take you so much longer to get through it. Like, I'm not okay with that. And then somehow this got thrown in here. This isn't really a meme. Oh, wait. But because of what's below it, I'm going to allow it. Check out the meme that somebody posted below this video that he sent, that I got sent. That is hilarious. We are Tylenol. Also, guys, there was a story that a lady who was pregnant decided that she was going to be so contrarian to Trump that she chugged a bunch of Tylenol, went into liver failure, and will probably die. Guys, don't do it. This stupid shit started with Tide Pods. Can we please stop? I know Trump derangement syndrome is their thing, their shtick on the left, but, like, can we stop eating everything Trump says to don't eat? Please? My son says yes. So please, progressives, stop it. A guy named Mahmoud is totally a white guy. I hope it isn't too late for the UK people to take their country back. I do too, Dr. Gold. I really do. I think Conor McGregor needs to win for Ireland. Ireland can conquer the UK, and then they can just push everybody out of the country. I think that'd be great. Crispy says, books are the greatest learning experiences while driving into another world. Also the greatest of escapes. Yes, but we're going to watch this video real quick, guys. This was sent to us, so why not just watch it real quick?
Stop the rhetorical assault on law enforcement. Because here's what happens when Democrats like Gavin Newsom did say that these people are part of an authoritarian government. When the left-wing media lies about what they're doing, when they lie about who they're arresting, when they lie about the actual job of law enforcement, what they're doing is encouraging crazy people to go and commit violence. If you want to stop political violence, stop attacking our law enforcement as the Gestapo.
Yeah.
If you want to stop political violence, stop telling your supporters that everybody who disagrees with you is a Nazi.
Yeah,
if you want to stop political violence, look in the mirror. That's the way that we stop political violence in this country, and we've got to do it. Because I believe the American dream is fundamentally about this principle. We're going to give our kids and we're going to give our grandkids something that's just a little bit more prosperous, a little bit more secure, and a little bit more proud than what we were given when we were kids.
Yeah, that's
when
how it's
President
supposed to
Trump
be.
talks about fighting for the American dream, at the very top of that list is fighting for your ability, whether you're rich or poor, to be safe in the home that you love. It is our sacred obligation. It's their sacred obligation, and we're going to work for it every single day. God bless you. Thank you for having me.
Did anyone feel like that just felt like a JD 2028 political ad? Like that was actually very, very good and inspiring. It's good points too. Maybe those folks on the left should stop demonizing and dehumanizing their opponents. Maybe then we can bring down the temperature, if you will, or not. You never know. But guys, check out my profile. Check out the website. Various ways to support me. You can buy me a coffee. You can also go to my YouTube channel, my Rumble channel, my X profile. You can follow me here. You can support me and my posts as well. You can visit us during our live streams and participate in the chat like y'all have been doing today. Amazingly. Thank you very much. You can also share out the live stream, guys. Try and get those viewer numbers up. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're here for the evening update at 7:30. Topic exchange Tuesdays, 8:45 p.m. Saturday, weekly update at 7 p.m. Conversation, 8:30 or 9. I guess we'll see with Chat Band. And Sunday, Christina and Shell have their Bible space at 4 p.m. Check them all out. All Kara says PM version is probably the worst as it's addictive. Addiction is a place you need to fill that space that isn't there. Yeah, guys, people that are suffering from addictions are typically trying to fill a God-sized hole in their soul, and they're trying to do it with worldly things. It's probably why people never find the happiness that they're looking for in stuff, because you're trying to fill a God-sized vacancy in your soul with things and with humans. You're trying to idolize people. You're never going to find satisfaction in that, folks. Look higher. Look more eternal. Look to Jesus. Everybody needs a little more Jesus in their lives. Guys, go to church on Sunday. Do whatever you need to do, but find a little more Jesus in your lives. Check out the streams. We are going to be starting up a space here in just a few minutes. We'll do a 30-minute space. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Take care of yourselves. God bless. And in an evil world, remember, folks, choose good. Thank you, guys. 245, Chief Boom Boom. Happy Friday. Thank you, everyone. See you in a few minutes on the space.